It's been called the deadliest predator on Earth, capable of taking down prey as large as water buffalo and even elephants. But it's also got a super sense of smell to sniff out food from miles away and can run surprisingly fast for short bursts. It's Komodo dragon. I'm your favorite host, Mr. Solo. Welcome to my channel. Today we're answering the extraordinary question, why are Komodo dragons such powerful predators? You might not expect it from a lizard that spends a lot of time just chilling out in the sun. But the Komodo dragon is an apex predator with few rivals. Its size, strength, and other special abilities have made it one of the most feared creatures in the world. Here are 7 amazing facts about Komodo dragons that help explain why they are so deadly. Fact number 1. Komodo dragons are super strong. The Komodo dragon is the largest living species of lizard on Earth. Adults can grow up to 3 meters long and weigh over 70 kilograms. The largest recorded specimen was a female named Komodo. She measured 3.14 meters long and was captured on the Indonesian island of Flores in 1926. These giant lizards typically live for 30 years in the wild. Some have been known to live longer in captivity. One female named Medusa lived at the London Zoo for over 46 years before she passed away in 2022. Although Komodo dragons are sometimes called Komodo crocodiles, they are not actually crocodiles or even reptiles. They're technically more closely related to snakes and turtles than crocodiles are. Like many reptiles, Komodo dragons are cold-blooded or poikilothermic, which means they rely on external sources like the sun to regulate their body temperature. They also share several characteristics with birds, including a 4-chambered heart. Fact number 2. Komodo dragons have an incredible sense of smell. If you think your sense of smell is good, consider this. A bloodhound can smell things from 400 miles away. A shark can detect blood from 1,000 miles away. But a Komodo dragon can smell carrion from 8 kilometers away. That's right. These lizards have noses for sniffing out dead animals. Carrion is a critical source of nutrition for Komodo dragons. Because they don't eat vegetation, they're carnivores who feed almost exclusively on meat. In fact, scientists believe there could be up to 60 different proteins in a Komodo dragon's saliva. Each of these proteins serves a different function, some of which we're still trying to figure out. We do know that these proteins come into play when they kill their prey. Scientists have learned that if you remove the proteins from a Komodo dragon's saliva, their venom loses its effectiveness. This makes the Komodo dragon's sense of smell all the more important. When hunting, they sniff out carrion and use their powerful jaws and razor-sharp teeth to quickly take it down. They also have no problem eating smaller prey alive. Fact number 3. Komodo dragons also have great hearing. Speaking of senses, Komodo dragons have great hearing too. While they might not be able to hear sounds from 8 kilometers away like they can smell carrion, they can definitely hear you coming from much closer up. So if you're planning on sneaking up on one of these lizards, you're probably gonna have to try a little harder. The external ear openings of Komodo dragons are positioned high on the sides of their heads. The ear openings lead to internal chambers connected to the jawbone, which helps to amplify sound. Scientists aren't exactly sure how well Komodo dragons can hear, but they may be able to hear sounds within the range of 60 Hz to 2 kHz. This is similar to humans' hearing range, which is roughly 20 Hz to 20 kHz. But unlike us, Komodo dragons can hear lower frequency sounds. This may help them detect approaching danger or prey. Fact number 4. Komodo dragons have a higher IQ than your cat. Okay, so maybe you won't be surprised to learn that Komodo dragons have pretty big brains relative to their body size. After all, they are some of the smartest reptiles around. Scientists estimate that Komodo dragons have an intelligence comparable to that of domestic cats. And like our feline friends, they're also known for being curious and inquisitive. In 2016, researchers documented a group of Komodo dragons playing with a wooden stick on the Indonesian island of Rinca. The stick appeared naturally and was too large for any of the dragons to eat. But instead of giving up, the dragons pushed the stick around for over an hour, nudging and bumping it with their snouts. At first, the scientists were confused by the dragon's behavior. They thought perhaps the stick smelled like food. But after conducting further experiments with the dragons, they realized that these ancient predators were simply curious. They wanted to figure out what the strange object was, and while they were doing that, they had fun with it. This demonstrates not only that Komodo dragons are intelligent enough to understand that certain objects are not food, but also that they're smart enough to entertain themselves. Fact number 5. Komodo dragons can run fast. We mentioned earlier that Komodo dragons can sense danger through their acute hearing and superior sense of smell. But if they sense something dangerous and decide to run, how fast can they go? As it turns out, these lizards are sprinters. They can run up to 12 kilometers per hour for short distances. They also tend to move quickly when hunting. This can startle their prey and throw off potential attackers. And although they're not necessarily graceful, Komodo dragons are agile enough to climb trees and swim underwater. Fact number 6. Komodo dragons are excellent ambush predators. If you've ever played the ambush predator game in the jungle, you'll understand why Komodo dragons are considered the deadliest predators on Earth. Not only do they have senses that make it easy to spot prey and avoid danger, but their coloration provides camouflage. Most Komodo dragons are shades of brown, black, orange, and red. This helps them blend in with the colors of their natural environment, making it easier to sneak up on unsuspecting prey. Meanwhile, their beady yellow eyes stand out, which is useful for spotting prey as well as avoiding predators. And when it comes to attacking, Komodo dragons don't mess around. They don't hesitate to chomp down on their prey's neck and sever their head. They can also deliver venomous bites. Venom experts say that each bite delivers around 15 milligrams of venom. They inject this venom using hollow fangs, some of which measure over 1 centimeter long. A Komodo dragon's venom contains at least 30 different toxins, including compounds that prevent blood clotting and disrupt the nervous system. It can take less than 10 minutes for an animal to pass away from a venomous bite, but because the wounds become infected, death can sometimes take hours or days. Humans can be killed by Komodo dragon bites, but it's rare. According to National Geographic, only 4 people have been killed by Komodo dragons in the wild. 2 others died in zoos. If you do get bitten by a Komodo dragon though, you'll want to get to the hospital quickly. Bites can become infected with bacteria that cause gangrene. Doctors will usually treat these infections by putting patients on broad-spectrum antibiotics. Fact number 7. Komodo dragons have helped scientists make new discoveries. If Komodo dragons are so dangerous, why do scientists continue to study them? Because studying these lizards has led to some amazing discoveries. For example, scientists recently used Komodo dragons to find a potential treatment for human impotence. Researchers discovered that Komodo dragon penises contain a protein that might help erectile dysfunction drugs work better. And speaking of their penises, Komodo dragon males use a fascinating technique when they're trying to mate. Once a male Komodo dragon successfully mounts a female during mating, he blocks the entrance to her reproductive tract with his penis. He does this so that rival males can't come in and fertilize her eggs. Scientists once thought that Komodo dragons reproduce through a process called internal fertilization, where the male inserts his penis inside the female's body. But in 2004, researchers observed Komodo dragon mating for the first time ever. What they saw was something completely different. Male Komodo dragons actually poke the female in the cloaca with their hemipenes, a pair of penises that are fused at the base. The females then swallow the sperm. It's unclear how long the sperm remains viable inside the female's body, but researchers suggest it's likely quite long, possibly up to 200 days. Females can store the sperm and control when they release it. So there you have it, 7 interesting facts about Komodo dragons. Now it's time for you to make a fascinating discovery of your own. I'd like to extend a warm welcome to our new viewers and subscribers. Thanks for joining us. If you enjoyed this episode, please let us know in the comments section below. We love reading your comments. We'll see you next time. Bye.